Hello friends, Matt here with Peppercoat Barbecue, and this is my old country barbecue pits, Pecos. Today, I'm going to share with you some new mods, some old mods, what works, what doesn't. But more importantly, this video today isn't just about my Pecos, it's about your Pecos. Because you've seen my Pecos, now I want to see your Pecos. So does everybody else. You've done a lot of work, you got some great mods, and we all want to see it. So stick around, I'm going to tell you at the end of the video how you can get your mods to me. And it doesn't have to be a Pecos. If it's in the same family, the Pecos, the Wrangler, the Brazos, the mods, they're kind of interchangeable across that family of smokers. So yeah, I'm going to tell you at the end how you can get your smoker mods out there in front of everybody, or at least the tens of people that watch. Let's start with the most noticeable modification, which is probably the stack here. So we'll call this mod number 1, the stack extension. I know a lot of people do this to the Pecos, the Brazos, the Wrangler, and the thought is to extend that stack up. The heat's coming up through here. It causes more draw, more convection through the chamber. For mine, I used a 5-inch stovepipe. I put it down inside of the original stack here. I think it was about a 5.5-inch diameter. I did put a little bit of the gasket that I put on the door here around there also. Put that in there, a few screws through it to hold it into place. And I did relocate my damper on the stack, and I'm glad I did, because this thing draws like your great grandpappy on the back porch smoking a pipe. I mean, it's crazy. I typically do not run this thing more than halfway open. I find myself closing that damper down quite a bit because it has a massive draw to it. You may also notice that I wrapped my stack in exhaust wrap, and many people have asked me why, and there are a few reasons for that. One, I thought if we put that exhaust wrap around there, it's going to keep that hot air warmer or hotter longer, so it should rise faster, therefore causing more convection and more draw through the chamber. Does that work? I don't know if that works or not. It was just a thought that was in my head. But secondly, it covers this ugly area here where I put this extension on. I didn't like the way it looked. I think things need to look good, and yeah, it looks cool. So I get cool points for this, whether it works or not. And since we're at the stack, we'll call this mod number 2. I added a small thermometer over here at the bottom of the stack, kind of in the smoke collector area, and I was just bored. Mod number 3 is one that is well worth the cost for me, and that is the S1. When I first started seeing guys use these and they were saying turn any grill into a smart grill, I thought, what a gimmick. And then I got one. Now I use it on pretty much everything. The 4th mod would be the deflector plate. Now the Pecos comes with a heat deflector that is welded into place, kind of pushes the air down into the smoker. I cut that out. I reshaped mine, drilled some holes in it, and made it more of like an upward deflector plate that has some holes in it, allows some air to come through. So not only am I getting that top down cooking, but I'm getting even cooking all throughout the chamber. And I'll link that video at the end so you can see more about that mod and the biscuit test. Number 5 is fire brick, and I've had kind of an on-again, off-again relationship with fire brick in the firebox. So ultimately, they do help as far as retaining heat. They are going to help the bottom of your firebox last longer. It protects it, but it really just depends on the type of smoking and the setup that you're looking for. I am currently using the fire brick because it does help with my current setup, which brings me to mod number 6. And that is the Brizo mod. Now, I was very hesitant about this one because I didn't want to drill a big hole in the end of my firebox, but I gotta say, once I did it, it works, and I'm glad I did. So I do very few cooks now without the Brizo. It does not make this a set it and forget it smoker. It's not a drum smoker by any means. It's not that efficient, but it does reduce your babysitting by probably around 75%. And if I want to use it without the Brizo, I have these synthetic thermometer port plugs that I can put in here. And those are rated, the ones I have are rated for up to 842 degrees. That brings me to mod number 7, which is this thermometer here on my firebox. So it lets me know what the temperature is inside the firebox, which is really handy when I have this thing piled full of lump charcoal trying to do an overnight cook with the Brizo set up. It's nice also when you're burning splits, you can see what your temperature is in the firebox, and it really helps if you're trying to use your firebox as a pizza oven, which you can do. And this really isn't a mod, it's just a setup to slide your cowboy grate in. I like to use about 4 fire brick kind of as an insulator, and then I'll put my pizza stone on top of that. You've got this thermometer right there close to where the pizza will be, and that way you know what temperature your pizza oven is. Number 8 is a no-brainer, and that is this cool touch handle here on the firebox door, because all you have from the factory is this little tab, and that thing gets piping hot and you will burn your fingers every time. Mod number 9 would be the gasket that I put around the door on the smoke chamber and this top door here on the firebox. Now, for the smoke chamber, it worked. It helped seal everything off. And so I would recommend on the firebox door, it mostly just burn off. So I wouldn't even waste my time there. And rounding out, coming in at mod 10 would be the latches that I put on both the smoke chamber and the firebox. I never use these things. It's kind of a waste of time. The only time that I use these is when I'm doing overnight cook again, and I have a lot of lump charcoal in there using the Brizo and the S1 to keep that fire going. I do lock them down then just to try to get a little bit tighter sealed to prevent any extra oxygen from getting in there to allow that Brizo to do its work to control the temperature. I think that wraps up most of the modifications that I have on my Pecos. Now it's time for you to show us your Pecos. And I want to give a shout out really quick to Justin over at Baby Back Maniac. That's where I got this idea. A video popped up that was about 6 years old where he had viewers send in modifications of their smokers, and he featured that on his channel, and I thought, what an awesome idea. I know that many of you subscribed to this channel after I got the Pecos and after I started doing the modifications. So this is just a way to thank you and let you show off your modifications to everybody. So I'm gonna put my email address down here in the description. And if you would just shoot me a quick email, I will respond to you with some do's and some don'ts of YouTube and for the channel, just to keep everything, you know, on the level. I am going to cut this off December 13th, 2025. It's now the middle of October. This will probably post here in a week or two. So December 13th, 2025 is the cutoff, and I will try to post the video with the viewer smokers on January the 3rd, 2026. We'll kick off the new year celebrating you and your modifications. And if I get 500 emails and 500 smokers, then who knows? Maybe we'll have 2 months of episodes. I don't know how it'll all work out, but I'm looking forward to it. Now, if you are interested in the stack and the diffuser plate modification, you will find that right over here in the mods and biscuit test video. If you are interested in the S1 and the Brizo modification, you will find that right over here in Taming Your Brizo. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, then you can just click right over here and do that. What are you waiting on? Stop wasting your life. Subscribe, like, do all those good things, and we'll see you here next time on Peppercoat Barbecue.